Wait until you find out what happened when they met again. Do you believe in animal gratitude? Do you think a shark, one of the most misunderstood creatures in the ocean, would be capable of recognizing someone who saved its life? Before you answer, you need to hear this absolutely incredible story. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that red button now because you won't want to miss emotional stories like this one. It all started on an ordinary diving day. Jim Abernathy, a professional diver and passionate about marine life, was exploring the crystal-clear waters of the Bahamas when he noticed something disturbing. There, desperately struggling to break free, was a female tiger shark completely entangled in commercial fishing ropes. Now, let me ask you a question. What would you do in that situation? Most people would swim in the opposite direction as fast as possible, right? But Jim wasn't like most people. He knew that without help, that magnificent animal would die a slow and painful death. And here comes the part that will blow your mind. As the shark thrashed in panic, Jim made a decision that would change everything. With careful and deliberate movements, he began to approach. Each inch felt like an eternity. His colleagues were filming everything, unable to believe what they were seeing. Jim's heart was racing, but he knew what he had to do. If you're enjoying this story, drop that like so I know you want more content like this one. And turn on the notification bell because the next stories are going to be even more amazing. The shark measured over 12 feet in length. Its powerful jaws could easily cause irreparable damage. But Jim saw beyond the feared predator. He saw an animal in desperate suffering, fighting for survival. With a diving knife in hand, he began meticulously cutting the ropes that were strangling the shark's body. But here's the detail nobody expected. As Jim worked to free the animal, something extraordinary happened. The shark, as if understanding it was being helped, began to calm down. Its frantic movements slowed. It was as if a silent connection had formed between the man and the marine predator. Rope by rope, Jim patiently cut, always aware of the animal's movements. Can you imagine the courage needed to do this? Most of us tremble just seeing a shark on television, but this man was literally touching one, cutting ropes from its body while floating in the open ocean. Simply unbelievable. After what seemed like an eternity, but was only a few intense minutes, Jim cut the last rope. The shark was free. For a moment, the animal remained motionless in the water, as if processing what had just happened. Then, with a powerful movement of its tail, it disappeared into the blue depths of the ocean. Jim and his team stood in silence, processing what had just occurred. It was a moment of pure emotion. They had given that magnificent animal a second chance at life. Everyone thought this would just be another incredible story to tell, a successful marine rescue. But the universe had other plans. Years passed. Jim continued his marine conservation work, regularly diving in the same waters where he had made that memorable rescue. He had saved countless other marine animals since then, but that tiger shark remained special in his memory. Now, pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you sounds like a movie script. During a routine dive, years after the rescue, something extraordinary happened. Jim was accompanied by a team filming marine life when a large tiger shark began to approach. It wasn't unusual. Jim had interacted with hundreds of sharks throughout his career, but there was something different about this one. The shark didn't just approach, it swam directly to Jim with behavior that can only be described as deliberate, as if it recognized the diver. The cameras captured everything, and what they recorded left the scientific community completely baffled. And you won't believe what happened next. The shark began swimming in circles around Jim, but not in a threatening way. Its movements were calm, almost gentle. Then,
In a moment that made everyone present freeze, the animal approached and gently pressed its snout against Jim's chest, like a dog seeking affection from its owner. Are you seeing this? A shark seeking physical contact with a human. If you haven't left your like yet, hit it now because this story is just starting to get good.
Jim, with his decades of experience working with sharks, immediately noticed something. He carefully examined the animal's body and saw the scars, distinctive marks left by the ropes he had cut years ago. There was no doubt it was her, the same female he had freed. But how is this possible? How could a shark remember a specific human years later? Science has always told us that sharks are instinctive creatures, guided mainly by survival and feeding impulses. But what the cameras captured that day challenged everything we thought we knew. And there's more, much more. For the next 20 minutes, something magical happened. The shark stayed with Jim, allowing him to touch her, swimming by his side like an old friend. She even rolled belly up, a behavior that indicates extreme trust in the animal kingdom. It was as if she was saying, "Thank you," the only way she knew how. Scientists who analyzed the footage were divided. Some argued it was just coincidence, random behavior. Others, however, couldn't ignore the evidence before their eyes. Recent studies have shown that sharks are much more intelligent than we imagined, capable of social learning and even forming long-term memories. Let me ask you something. Do you think animals feel gratitude? Can they recognize acts of kindness? Comment below with your opinion because I want to know what you think. This story reminds us of something profound. We're not as different from animals as we like to think. We share this planet with creatures capable of emotions, memories, and yes, perhaps even gratitude. Every life has value. Every animal deserves respect and protection. Jim has always said that was the most emotional moment of his career, not because of the danger or the adrenaline, but because of the pure and inexplicable connection he felt with that magnificent animal. It was a reminder that when we choose compassion over fear, when we decide to help instead of ignore, we can create moments of true magic. But the story doesn't end here. Since that extraordinary reunion, the shark has been regularly sighted in the area. Other divers report peaceful interactions with the same female. It's as if that act of kindness not only saved a life, but transformed that animal's relationship with humans. She became an unofficial ambassador, proving to the world that sharks aren't the killer monsters that Hollywood movies paint them to be. This story spread around the world, inspiring millions of people to rethink their perception of sharks and marine life in general. Jim uses this moment to educate people about the importance of ocean conservation and the dangers of abandoned fishing nets, which kill thousands of marine animals every year. And you know what's most incredible? Each of us has the power to make a difference. We don't need to be professional divers or marine life experts. Small acts of kindness, environmental awareness, sustainable choices, it all counts. Think about it. How many times do we turn our backs on situations where we could help? How many times have fear or convenience prevented us from doing the right thing? Jim's story challenges us to be braver, more compassionate, more aware of our impact on the world around us. So, what do you think? Was it destiny? Was it animal memory? Was it genuine gratitude? Or was it simply an extraordinary coincidence that we captured on video? I really want to know your opinion. Comment below and tell me, do you believe wild animals can feel and show gratitude? Have you ever had a similar experience with an animal? And more importantly, would you have the courage to do what Jim did? If this story touched your heart, share it with your friends and family. We need more stories like this in the world. Stories that remind us of the beauty of connection between all forms of life on this incredible planet we call home. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel,
turn on the notification bell, and leave that awesome like if you want more emotional and inspiring stories like this one. Every week, I bring content that will make you see the animal world in a completely new way. Until the next incredible story, folks, and remember, kindness always comes back. Always.